Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. Guys, thank you for your likes, subscribe, and shares. I'm beginning to learn why people don't say my channel, because this is not my channel. I started this thing with wanting to help people, and the spirit guides and angels have let me know in no small way, this is not my channel, it's their channel, okay? Because they are constantly giving me messages. Got my candle going this morning, guys. I am going to do a reading for y'all today. I have some business I have to take care of, I have to take care of this morning. But they have, in response to yesterday's message, first of all, these are the two decks that I'm using. And y'all have probably seen this one with sand. And of course, it's backwards on the camera, okay? But it's the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed, okay? This is the one, I've always loved this one. But this one is one that my spirit guides picked out for me. I did not, I saw a couple of cards of this Denise Lynn Native Spirit deck. And when I saw it on Amazon, the couple of cards that I saw on it talked to me for like 3 days. It felt like the spirit guides kept saying, giving me all this information about some of these different cards. And I was just like, thank God I ordered it, because it's just like poke, 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 poke. So what I wanted to talk about this morning, in the other deck, I don't know if it has a name. Y'all have seen me use it, and I have only, I just saw it a few minutes ago here. I don't use all of it. I just use the major arcana, because, guys, anyone can go and do regular readings for you and tell you what's going on in your love life, what's going on day to day, and that's just not my focus. I already know today. I already know the past. I want to know what's coming. So that's been my focus with my readings for people for a long time, because I've done rune readings for years and years, and I used to do tarot readings. I quit doing them for a long, long time because the runes speak to me more. But maybe that's because I've got a lot of European in me. But this is the Soulful Revolution deck by I don't know where I have the rest of it at, because I only use certain parts of it. MJ at Soulful Revolution, and then I also have bits and pieces of, because I've used the cards. Well, I still carry my star card in here that Ella Chalice, she told me for a long time I carried the Hermit. Now I carry, of my Mythic Tarot, I carry the Star for hopes and dreams. Okay, Ella Chalice, this is a personal message for you. If you decide I need to get to another card, you let me know. I'll be happy to change it out for another one. But I feel like I am getting the messages to people. So, guys, this is a channel of the spirit guides, of the healers, of the earth healers, people healers, all the different things they've been telling me about. So this morning I get up, and guys, I couldn't even sit down and get a cup of coffee, and I had them start pointing out things to me, and I was, I get up in the morning and I sit here and I talk to myself, and I talk out what the messages have been to figure out what they're saying. Every time I get it right, they're like, yes, yes, yes. Okay. So the first thing they wanted me to tell y'all about was, they wanted me they're telling me I have to talk about myself, to use it as an example, because they're saying some of the gifts that I'm going to tell you about are not my gifts. They've let me see them so that they can let you see them, so I can explain them to you so you know how they work. They're saying it's not necessarily my gift. So the first one, a couple of nights ago, I was almost asleep. I did a meditation one time of my own, where it was right before I did the In Between Worlds series that I did for the earth signs and all the different signs, or for the earth, air, fire, and water signs. I was trying to see in between the ether. Well, about 3 nights ago, I was almost asleep, and I got this vision of me sticking my head literally through the ether to see who my spiritual counselors were. And I literally saw, in my mind's eye, I saw me looking at Will, my boyfriend that passed away 3 years ago. Going on, well, soon it'll be 4 now. My niece that committed suicide in my house. My mom. I'm not sure if the one standing next to the energy next to her was my dad, or if it was an angel or something. But I like to think that it was my dad, because my mom was standing right there. And then they were showing me a couple of angels, spirit guides, and 1 or 2 energies I couldn't identify. But they were saying that some of you, when you talk to energies on the other side, some of them will step into, they're saying our reality, but it's not really like our reality. It's like however you will perceive your spirit guides, your angels, passed on loved ones. even those of you that can talk to those that have passed on, I hate to say talk to the dead, but talk to the dead, that you'll see them through this ether, okay? And rather they're right here standing in front of you or whatever, the ether has to do with it because they're coming from the other side into our world. So rather you're seeing them or they're seeing you, they're seeing through the ether, they're being right there, they're crossing dimensions. So take that how it resonates. That's what they're showing me. And I was like, oh, I get to see my spirit and all that. And they're like, well, no, kind of, we want you to explain this is how a gift is for somebody. Okay, guys, I am still going to do readings because they're wanting me to use the enchanted map is telling you how you're going to get there, and the native oracle to tell you what energies you're going to find when you get there. Okay, but they still want me to talk about them to explain to you how they're going to work. The other thing is, I was sitting there, I got up this, a couple of days ago, I was talking to a friend, I'm just going to call her the Star Goddess, because that's her handle. One of my 3 best friends, 2 of them are in Mississippi, one's in Florida. The Star Goddess and I were talking about the house I used to own and everything that when I sold it, the people that bought it, everything they tore out of it, that broke my heart because, guys, it took me 23 years to build. I planted rose bushes, I planted trees, I had trees all around me, but I planted a eucalyptus, I planted an elm tree, I planted a live oak, I planted plumerias with the pretty little purple leaves and little purple fringe every spring. I planted Rosa Sharon. It was my daddy's favorite flowering bush. If you don't know what a Rosa Sharon is, go look it up. My dad had white ones. He had all colors. I had a couple of those planted. I planted a wisteria, the one that was like purple grapes. There's actually some of these cars. Some of it they tore down, some of it they kept. But it just broke. It just killed me because it took me 23 years to build that property up, and they just came in and destroyed it all when they bought it. But what she was telling me about the property and what there's there, and right before I went to sleep that night, I felt like I was actually had gone there and was seeing it. And this morning I get up and they're going, no, that was your crown chakra. And I'm like, what? Okay, I know my crown chakra is elevated. They're saying, well, what we want you to tell people is to explain to them that during meditation or when they sit and they just try, some of those that have psychic abilities, when they sit and they connect with a candle or other people, they're going to be able to go places. You're going to be able to go places and see it with your crown chakra, especially those of you highly psychic and highly intuitive. And not only, some of you will, they're saying some of you will be able to go places and your crown chakra will get extremely activated. And when you go there, you'll see what you saw in your mind's eye. You'll actually find physical places. Okay, so they're saying, some of you, they're showing me a guy sitting in front of, he's kind of blonde, blue eyes, he's sitting cross-legged, he's Indian style, and he's meditating with the candle, he's got his eyes closed, and he's using his third eye to go forward, and he's being able to see the end place he needs to go to. Not so much maybe what he's going to find when he gets there, but they're just telling me some of you will use your crown chakra, that you will go to places where you're going to find the people you need to heal, the land you need to heal, how you pull them together. And they've been telling me to use this man as an example. I don't know this man personally. I used to be a member of his charity Waters. Scott Harrison is his name. Scott Harrison used to be a promoter of restaurants and all that. When he was young, he was wild and crazy. Then one day he woke up and he said, what the hell am I doing? He goes to his company, there's other ones like him, but he's the one I first ever heard of, and I absolutely love him to death. He got his shit together. He went on one of those mercy boats. They're called mercy boats. They go around and they help people in other countries, and they help remove goiters. They bring medical help that these poorer countries ordinarily wouldn't have. Okay, some of these families, doctors and families, get on these boats and stay there for 20 years and go out and they just continue to help people that wouldn't want to get the help. Okay, so they're healers. They're going out. Okay, so what they're wanting me to tell you, yes, Sage, I see you there. So what they're wanting me to tell you is that some of you, that he's like that. He's one of those where he has gone to do water in other places. bringing the water is helping to bring the people in the land together to do the healing by the people being able to get the water, fresh water. Guys, go look at some of his videos. Look up Scott Harrison Charity Water. You wouldn't believe the water some of these people have to drink until Scott Harrison and Charity Water or another group like them comes along and digs a real well where they can get fresh water. Some of these little kids walk 7 miles one way to get one container of water. I mean, 1 gallon of water or 2 gallons to last the family all day. Imagine drinking 1 gallon of water, filthy water at that, between all of you. And I'm not trying to, tell you to go and whatever with this charity. I'm just trying to tell you what Scott Harrison does. So they're telling me he's a great example of healing the land and the people and bringing them together. Because they go out, they get fresh water for them, and now that they have fresh water, people are going to thrive a lot more. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can you imagine drinking filthy, bug-infested water every single day? Guys, even the water here is just not the world's best, but you know what? At least I'm able to make a cup of coffee. Some people can't do that. Okay? So I'm just telling you, some of you, that's the kind of work or the kind of healing that you have. What you do with it is entirely up to you. You have to trust your own instincts, listen to your spirit guides and angels. So they had me actually, when I woke up this morning, yesterday, I actually went back and looked at some pictures of my house. I took a lot of pictures off my phone. I'm like, okay, we don't need a picture of every single tree that grows in Mississippi now, Lana, because you don't live there no more. But as I was going, you know how you can look at things and delete, and your brain kind of cycles down into a slower mode. And while I'm doing it, I feel like that's what I did momentarily. Was I literally, with my crown chakra, went to Mississippi, was looking at where I buried all my pets, where I had planted trees, and this morning I get up and they're going, yes, that's what you did. While I was doing that, I literally, in my mind's eye, went there, and they said, now we want you to explain it. I'm like, how the hell do I explain that? So that's the best I can do. Y'all, some of you will just, in your mind's eye, you will see where you're going, what you need to do, and then some of you will be able to do long distance healing, others of you will go. Okay? Take that how it resonates, guys. That's what I got up. That's what they're telling me this morning. Sage says hello. All right, guys. So that is 2 of the different ways that they actually that they showed me. And guys, nothing was more shocking than getting up the next morning and going, did I just see all my family members on the other side of the ether? They're going, yes, that's what we showed you. I'm like, they're saying we're trying to explain to you or show you how other people are going to connect with their spirit guides, their angels there. And they're actually saying, like I did a reading not too long ago about extra help coming in. They're saying they're sending more help here, but not for me, but for more help to explain how it works. Something along those lines. I always hear them. I always feel the energy coming off from this way. Other people's energy always comes from that direction, and the east is back here. That's west. So it all comes from the south and from the southeast, but I'm from the south, literally, so maybe that's why, or maybe if I just always feel like they're coming from that direction. Maybe it's just because this is where my camper's located. And thank you guys for those of you that said my home was beautiful. Guys, it's just a camper, but it's paid for, and it's movable. I think they did that on purpose. I think that was one of their, because since I've gotten here, my gifts have totally exploded, and I've been actually talking to people, trying to help people. I still keep hearing them. Every once in a while they'll say, we want you mobile. And I'm like, well, I've been sitting here for a year and a half. They're going, but it's not time for you to move yet. But when it's time, we're going to let you know. So they actually want me mobile. So, okay, guys, I'm just going with what they tell me, what I feel like they're sending me, and doing, and letting y'all know that. So that's just a little message there this morning. And I did have some people want to know what decks I'm using. And guys, these are oracle decks. They're not regular. They're not regular tarot cards. Tarot cards play out whole stories. These play out stories too, but to me, they're different in that they get the higher nuances of what you're going through. Not you and your boyfriend have a fight, or you and someone have a fight and you move here and then this goes on. I mean, day-to-day life, guys, we all go through that. But knowing what an oracle card's telling you of what's coming up or how you're shifting, changing, growing, I find that much more interesting, don't you? Than just, because all of us go through the same things. We all get born, we all die, we all have loved ones, we all have, well, not all of us, but everyone's got go through different scenarios of the same thing. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, or best friends, or different jobs. I mean, we all go through the same stuff here on the planet. But knowing what's coming in the future and how your gifts work and things like that is way more interesting to me, because I don't want to know. I know what my past is. I want to know what's coming in the future. I'm 60 years old. What else do I have to look forward to? Guys, I never in a million years would have thought, when I started my channel, when I started getting my gifts in, which my spiritual awakening started shortly after Aaron's passed away. And guys, so much has changed. I'm not even the same person. I mean, I'm still hyper. Guys, I've only had half a cup of coffee. I am like this 24/7. Yes, I in the mornings I'm more rejuvenated because I'm rested. But for those of you that think I'm doing drugs, I'm not doing drugs. I'm just ADHD. Guys, I don't even care anymore. That stuff doesn't even bother me anymore. You be who you are, because you know what? There's only one you on the planet. And I don't care even if you have a twin. You know what I'm saying? There's only one of each of us. And guys, I got 4 grown kids. I've got 13 grandkids. Do you think I care when somebody says they think I'm on drugs or they think I'm crazy or whatever? No, sure don't. Because you know what? I know what my path is. I know how they want me to help people. I know what I'm doing. And I'm just going to keep doing it. So, Lana Scott Lighthouse, guys, be a light in the darkness. If you can help someone, help them. Be a hero for somebody. Be a hero for yourself. You know, listen to your spirit guides and angels. Figure out, you know, now that your gifts have come in, how you're going to use them. And not everybody's going to want to get up and move or go somewhere. But is there anything they're wanting you to do on a psychic level? Is there anything that you need to do on a reaching out to, even talk to people on the web about healing other people, or you know, whatever it is you feel like you're being called to do, you know? Some of us may just want to stay home and do something on a small level for the community. Some of us may want to just stay home and go, you know, I'd rather just get online and talk to some people and send out some prayers that way. You know, not everybody's situation is different. Don't let nobody make you feel like you cannot make a difference. That's another thing. Back in the day, my son used to tell me, Mom, you're crazy. You can't save the world. No, I can't save the world. And yes, that was an issue for me. That was something I needed to heal. I've healed that. But the thing is, I can save one person at a time. I saved a girl from committing suicide one time. Couldn't save my niece. That was a whole different story. But guys, there's only one you. There's only one you, no matter what path you're on. Don't let somebody else make you feel like you cannot make a difference. That's total horseshit. Tell them to hit the road. Don't let the door hit them in the ass on the way out. Because I'll be damned if anyone's going to tell me I can't make a difference. I have made a difference. I know where I've made a difference. Quite a few times in my life. And probably quite a few more. I still have plenty of time on this planet. I'm 60 years old. And I'm hoping to see 80. At least. So guys, Lana Scott Lighthouse. Be a light in the darkness. Don't let them bullshit you. If you have a gift and you want to help, find a way to help. They said the path will become clear for a lot of you. I seem to have had another energy join up this morning when it was talking about the crown chakra, and he was a very solemn type energy. And I'm like, I'm not sure if it's like an ascended master type, but it doesn't seem like one of my little happy angels or one of my spirit guides. It's feeling like it's an older one. And I don't know if it's a passed on loved one or an ascended master type, which I'm not even sure what an ascended master is. Guys, I don't have all the answers. And I know I need to do some research and look up some more things. But anyway, let me get off here so I can get y'all a reading done this morning. It probably won't be uploaded till later on this afternoon. This one, God knows when. All right, guys. Lana Scott Lighthouse. This is just an example of how to use your gifts. And we are going to pull cards on that. We're going to do readings on that. Like, subscribe, and share, guys, if you know other people that are struggling with their gifts or knowing, you know, I'll try to, you know, answer questions with the cards as much as possible. When they tell me something, I'll do some more of these little videos. I'll try to keep them short. And whatever they show me, tell me, I am more than happy to share with you. That seeing through the ether thing really blew my mind the next morning. I'm like, because I could actually see me sticking my head through and seeing these people on the other side of this grayish fog stuff. And they're like, no, this is a gift some people have. We want you to tell them how it works. I'm like, okay, so, yeah. All right, guys. Lana Scott Lighthouse. I care about each and every single one of you. Be a light in the darkness.